Welcome back everybody, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. I like to post videos weekly. Okay, today I'm going to be making yellow rice, and here's how I do it. So for my yellow rice, there are two ways I like to get the yellow coloring and flavor in the yellow rice, and the first way is using saffron. Now what I do is take however much chicken stock or broth I'm going to use in the rice, and I'll add a hefty pinch of saffron, and I'll let it steep in the warm broth until I'm ready to use it. And that will definitely give you that golden saffron yellow rice color. But saffron is not very budget friendly. Well, especially if you're not cooking with it all the time. This jar cost about $14 to $16. What I like to do is use ground turmeric. Now, that's probably what most people do. And even if you buy those pre-made sazon packages for yellow rice, it probably has, other than yellow dye, maybe turmeric in it. So here I've taken 1 tablespoon of chicken powder bouillon base, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric, a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of granulated garlic powder. And that is pretty much going to be my homemade version of sazon for my yellow rice. Okay, so here I have a small pot that I'll be making my rice in. I'm going to go ahead and start preheating it, and I'm going to add somewhere between 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. Next, I'm going to start sauteing my fresh ingredients. I'll be using around 1/3 cup of chopped onion. Now, a lot of these fresh ingredients, the ratios are up to you, but I kind of consistently use this amount in this recipe, so I kind of stick with it that way. So 1/3 cup of onion going right into my pan, and I'm going to start sauteing them. Now, these next ingredients that I'm going to continue sauteing with these onions are basically going to mimic what at least my mom uses as a sofrito. My mom likes to make pureed onion, garlic, and bell pepper, and she uses it to cook with in a lot of her dishes. And I do like the flavor, but because this is yellow rice, I opted to use yellow mini bell pepper. Basically, this is an orange and a yellow because all I had was 1 orange, 1 yellow. But you'll want to chop finely at least 2 tablespoons of yellow bell pepper. Again, I tossed in an orange because the bag that I purchased at the store only had 1 yellow and 1 orange. So I will say if you don't want bell pepper in this, maybe it's optional, but it really does add great flavor. Now I'm going to add 2 minced cloves of garlic. And if you want more, go for it. Actually, I would maybe say 3, 3 cloves, but it's up to you. So while these continue to saute, I'm going to add probably 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt just to help sweat them out and saute until they soften. Once my onions are translucent and my bell peppers have softened, I'm going to add 1 cup of pre-washed rice. Now you don't have to pre-wash it. Sometimes I'm lazy and I skip this step, but if you do pre-wash it, it rids some of the starch and you end up with a fluffier, less sticky, mushy rice. Okay, so now that my rice is added, I am going to combine it with the vegetables and continue cooking and toasting the rice for around 5 minutes. And I'm working with a medium to medium-high heat. Now that my rice has toasted for about 5 minutes, I'm now going to add my dry seasonings. And just to recap, this is a mixture of 1 tablespoon of chicken powder bouillon base, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric, a 1/4 teaspoon of granulated garlic powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of granulated onion powder, and I just mix those up. I'm going to continue stirring and toasting the rice with the dry seasonings just for a minute, and this will allow my dry seasonings to wake up and warm through. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of water. And once I add my water, I am going to give this a gentle stir and wait until all of the liquid has come up to a rolling simmer. Now that my rice is simmering, I'm going to cover it with a lid. I'm going to lower the heat and I am going to let it continue cooking for around 15 to 18 minutes. Once my rice is done, I'm just going to let it set on the side with the lid on for around 5 to 10 minutes. Then once it's had a chance to set, I'm going to remove the lid, fluff, and serve. This is one of the easy ways I like to make yellow rice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and definitely consider subscribing. I like to post videos weekly and I try to make my recipes easy and pretty much the way I make them at home. Today I'm going to be serving my yellow rice with a Mexican-styled deviled shrimp. This is a delicious spicy red sauce, also known as camarones a la diabla. I will be posting that recipe video soon. So here is what I will be plating today, and it is absolutely delicious. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.